How's it going, everybody? This is Joshua Mack, once again, massage therapist and owner of Hands-On Wellness Sports Massage and Recovery. I'm here today with my good buddy, Sean Furey, two-time Olympian. Just claimed your spot just the other night, actually on the 4th of July.
Yep.
Was at a friend's barbecue, screaming my head off, and we had a whole bunch of new people around the TV who didn't know who you are, and some who didn't even necessarily ever see Javelin. Who are completely stoked on this event now, just I think through my excitement came through. But it was awesome, the moment when I looked down and saw the Olympic rings by your name. I had to literally walk up and touch the screen to make sure that was actually real.
Yeah.
And then I completely flipped my lid to see you and Cyrus get in there. It was incredible. Let's talk about the A standard, the Olympic A standard. It's something that you showed a lot of strength and power and maturity really in your sport, and getting that early. It's important. We just watched Will Clay tie for third and knock it on the team because he didn't have the A standard in the long jump. For you, you were able to come back from 11th place and claim that spot for your second Olympic team. Can you talk about that?
Sure. If you think about it in terms of poker, it's like if you want to play in a big, $100,000 tournament, and the buy-in is $10,000. If you don't have $10,000, then you can't play. So that's what the equivalent of the A standard is. In order to compete at the Olympic Games, you have to have met the A standard, which in the Javelin is 83 meters.
Yeah.
So this is my fourth Olympic trials, and I didn't make the team my first two in 2004 and 2008. And going into those two trials, I didn't have the A standard. And the stress that you put on yourself to know that you have to throw your lifetime best at the Olympic trials is just something that makes it that much harder. The probability isn't very high that you're going to throw the A standard for the first time at the trials. If you look back, I don't think anyone has ever done it.
Yeah.
So starting in 2012, I knew that going into the trials, I'm going to have the A standard. I'm going to at least have that $10,000 buy-in so I can go to the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
In 2012, I put my soul into getting the A standard. I ended up hitting it 2 weeks before the trials, which was great. In the process, I had injured my back because I just gave everything. So I had to lay on my back for 2 weeks before the trials, and ended up doing just enough to make the team. I got 4th place, which was pretty disappointing because usually it's the top 3 that go, but because there was only 3 of us with the A standard, I was able to make the team.
Yeah.
In 2016, I was lucky enough to hit the A standard, which was now 83 meters. In 2012, it was 82 meters, so they raised it. I hit that last year at the U.S. Championships to throw my personal best and win the meet. So it was I was on cloud 9 last year because I knew that A standard was going to be very important. This year, I've had a lot of adversity with some injuries to my shoulder and a small tear in my calf. So the trials was actually my first competition. Luckily, there was only 3 guys with the A standard. So all I needed to do was go in there and be one of the top 3 with the A standard. Meaning, if no one else hits it, I can come in last and I'm still on the team. Now, obviously, I wanted to win. Unfortunately, I didn't. I got 11th place, so I consider myself maybe the most fortunate Olympian on the team this year. A lot of the other events, the USA is so strong, so having the A standard really doesn't mean anything because there's 5 or 10 or 20 people in the country that have the A standard. The Javelin, the A standard means a lot. If you have the A standard in the Javelin in the US, that means you're probably in the top 15 all time. That's why we've sent in the last 2 years Olympians to the games that haven't placed in the top 3. Now, I'm not happy about that, and it really splits my personality, where I'm extremely happy to be an Olympian, but then you feel for the people who got 4th place in other events but aren't on the team.
Sure.
So, in long story short, the A standard means everything in the Javelin, and I'm very fortunate to have had it.
Right. Second thing I want to talk to you about, dude, you're a new dad. What's that feel like?
It's great. Yeah, so I had a son on April 20th. His name's Mathin. We named him after his mother. Yeah. And he's doing great. All he really does is eat and grow and sleep and poop.
Like you.
But yeah, right. Just like me. So it's very fun. We just are watching him grow every day and making sure he eats as much as possible and trying to stimulate him as much as we can.
Yeah.
But it's fun. We're seeing his personality come out a little bit every day.
Already, that's awesome.
And it's just wonderful. It's a new level of caring about something that I hadn't experienced. And I know a lot of people say that, but I don't really know what it feels like until it happens.
You don't know until you're actually there.
And I just hope that I can help him with some of the things I've learned and learn a lot of stuff from him and help him to be the happiest kid on the planet. So it's great.
I think the biggest cosmic joke will be when he tells you he's not into sports at all,
Yeah.
and he wants to play chess professionally or something like that.
Yeah, as long as he's happy, I'll be happy.
Exactly.
You know? Personally, I kind of hope that he's really funny and he's like a comedian. Maybe he could grow up to be like Adam Sandler or something. Not that Adam Sandler is my favorite comic, but so I don't really care what he does. If he's happy and he likes life, then it's good with me.
Well, he's got a pretty good start between you and Maddie being super athletic. He's got some good genes there. So it's your second Olympics.
Yeah.
How does this feel different from your first time going in?
Now I've learned a lot. So I learned a lot from the Olympics in 2012 and from the World Championships last year. So I have a really good plan that I want to work towards to do my personal best in Rio. And that's before the trials, before I knew I made the team. People asked me, what will it mean to you to go to Olympics the second time? And it just means another opportunity to swim in the deep end, to be at the biggest meet on the planet. It doesn't get any bigger than that. And to go there and to do your personal best, it would be great. And I've been able to, at the high school level, at the college level, and at the national level, be able to go to the biggest meet and do my best. And that's what I want. I want to go to the Olympics and throw my personal best. And then I'll be happy. I mean, I'll be happy either way, but I'm just excited to have the opportunity because, like I said, Americans fight to the death to be called an Olympian. And for me to be called an Olympian twice, I'm just so lucky. And I've never had that joyous experience at the trials where I did my best at the trials and now I'm an Olympian. It was, I did my best sometime in the future to get the A standard and I hung on for dear life and I was lucky enough to be an Olympian.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter how you get there. I'm a huge Patriots fan and and people that are familiar with the Patriots, the Tuck rule, how Tom Brady made it to his first Super Bowl when we were playing the Raiders, where there was this strange rule where he got sacked, but it turned out not to be a fumble, it was a throw, and then they started a dynasty from that. So no one's going to complain of how you got to the Olympics if you go there and you execute. So I'm lucky to have the opportunity, and I can't wait to get there and to have some fun.
Yeah, man. Well, here's the thing. I've been on the field with you at Nationals 3 times when you won Nationals and getting to stand right there. And I've seen you deliver like a beast in the 11th hour. You have this warrior spirit about you that just digs deep and steps up right when it counts. And I think that's what we're going to see in Rio this year.
That's what I hope, and that's why I continue to throw, because I love to do that, and it's just so fun. That's why I'm an adrenaline junkie, and I mean, every time I'm watching the trials, I see people do that, and I just get so jealous because, oh my God, I love that. I know what you're feeling, and it's so fun, and I just want to feel that on the next bigger stage because it will feel that much better. Because there's that many more challenges in the way. When you're in the U.S. competing, everyone speaks English. You can set it up exactly how you want. You got your family and your friends around. Now traveling down to Rio, it's a whole different story. It's just a little bit more challenging, and I've experienced the challenges. Now I have a plan to deal with those challenges, and I can't wait to see if I can make it work.
You, Sam, and Cyrus are going to be an insane power force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to talk about, Craig Kinsley, also an extraordinary athlete. He was a training partner for 4 years down at the Olympic Training Center. Got the honor of working with both of you guys really closely and becoming good pals. You've got a really hysterical dynamic together. You've gone from training partners to Craig now being your coach, and I'm interested in knowing, has that changed up that dynamic at all between you two?
Maybe a little bit. So Craig's a great guy. He's a fierce competitor. You know, he, out of all of the people that train together, he might be the least assuming physically, but he's the best competitor. You know, he's an NCAA champion. He got 3rd place at the Olympic trials in 2012 and was the best American through his third best meet of his life in the Olympics. So he can get it done when it counts, and he's ferocious. He's also probably the best athlete out of all of us. So he doesn't get a lot of credit from some people, but he'll take it to you when it matters. So we've been training together, and I feed off of his intensity, and I always know at a meet I can't count him out. So he pushes me, and I'm just trying to beat him. And if I just beat him, then I'm probably going to win, because he's probably going to beat everyone else. So it's like I'm drafting off of him. He unfortunately sustained an elbow injury that caused him to have to take off last season and this season. But he's been so selfless and continuing to coach me, even though he can't train. And our dynamics have changed slightly now because we're not competitors, and now we're both working towards one goal. I think when you're competing, you're really good friends and you're helping each other out, but you still butt heads a little bit. You still will get frustrated because if one person's really hot and the other person's struggling a little bit, then you kind of going against each other. But it makes it a little bit easier now that he's not competing, and I just can't believe how lucky I am with the people that I'm surrounded by. Craig is great. He knows exactly how I throw, so he's helping me so much. But having Ryan Young, he's another training partner down there, and then having Cyrus, these guys are all just so selfless and helping each other and helping me, and that's what's kept me going. And not only the guys at the training center, but the javelin throwers across the country. We all work really hard and try to kill each other when we're in competition, but we're very supportive, and we're always there for each other to give advice, and you can always count on them to push you. So people like Riley Dolezal and Barry Krames, all the throwers across the country, that I just know that if I just try to beat them, then I'm probably going to win, because they're going to beat everyone else. So that's another reason why I'm so torn with making the team the way I did, because I know how hard everyone works. And Riley got 3rd place at the Olympic trials, and for him not to go to the games, I know he's very disappointed, and I respect him, and I think that he deserves to go as well. But I'm not going to apologize for getting to take the spot, for getting to have that
to have the A standard,
to have the A standard and have that position. So I kind of drifted off topic there, but Craig is a wonderful guy, and he's just representative of a javelin thrower in general. He's probably the king javelin thrower attitude, but I just wanted to give a shout out to everyone and show how much I respect the whole crew.
It's a really good group, man. The camaraderie is there, and everybody's fighting for it. But standing on the sidelines, you guys are all brothers that they run this team. So Sean, I want to thank you. We've got work to go in and get on the table and get him ready for Rio, man. So let's go do it. Take care.